Are you ready to take your SIL setup to CI/CD pipelines and start with automation? Hi everybody, my name is Marius and I'm part of the vTarget development team. Join me today and I will show you how to use our command line tool VttMake to build a virtual ECU. VttMake is the headless variant of vTarget and comes with the same functionality as the UI counterpart. This makes it easy to use in pipelines and automation use cases while still providing the needed functionality. Additionally, VttMake can scale with your operations, supporting local, on-premise, cloud and even container environments. We also introduced a new persistency format called VttMake for the headless application to follow the everything is code approach. This file format is based on XML and can be generated using scripts. To get started with your CI workflow, there are 3 ways to create your VttMake file. First, using our VttProj to VttMake converter. Second, using the command VttMake new. And third, writing your own scripts to generate a VttMake file. I will now show you the first method using our VttProj to VttMake converter. So let's start off with a VTT project file from an already existing development environment that I want to prepare for automation in a CI pipeline. To create an initial VttMake file, we use the VttProj to VttMake converter, which supports both of our use cases starting from vTarget version 8 SP2. Alright, the tool can be run from the GUI of vTarget, which is what I'm going to do now. Alternatively, the converter is also available as a CLI tool, so you could use it in the pipeline as well. After running the converter, we have a new VttMake file with all the configuration options that were previously done in the UI. Okay, since we now have our VttMake file, I want to build my vECU and test some configuration options. Because I don't know all of the content of my VttMake file by heart, I will use Visual Studio Code and the vTarget extension. This enables me to use auto-completion and validation based on the XML schema. In this case, I want to change the settings of my emulated ECU state manager, or ECM. Let's look at its configuration. When I press Ctrl-Space in my VttMake file, I get some hints as to what configuration options are available. In this case, I can add the general tag of the ECM and get some more information on how my ECM can be configured. In this case, I'm going to define the run minimum duration and the default shutdown target. This auto-completion and validation is available for both use cases and all configuration options. This includes configuration options like generate RTE and generate basic software, which can be specified so that VttMake calls the DaVinci configurator CLI in the background to generate basic software. Alright, now we have our adapted VttMake file and can start the VttMake build process. This is like pressing the build button in the UI of vTarget. Starting the build can also be done via the Visual Studio Code extension, but we will do it manually in this case. The tool itself is easy to use as there is just one command to run, and that command will run the full workflow to create a vECU based on the VttMake file. Let's do it in practice with the VttMake file from earlier. First, we need to find the path to VttMake. As I'm using Windows, the executable will be part of the vTarget installation in the same folder as the GUI application. Then we're just going to specify the VttMake file that we just created as input and run the command. As you can tell, the output of the command sounds very similar to what the UI version of vTarget provides as output. This is expected as VttMake is essentially a CLI version of the tool with the same capabilities. And with that, the process has finished executing and we have successfully built our vECU using VttMake. You can now continue to use the vECU, for example in automated testing with GNU server editions. This was a quick introduction of our VttMake tool. I hope that this video helps on the way to a virtual ECU and enables you to take your SIL setup to CI/CD pipelines. If this general introduction spiked your interest in VttMake, watch our VttMake on Linux video, or better yet, the whole vTarget series on our Vector TechTutorial channel. You might want to subscribe and activate the bell to get notified about future videos.